Arena, and we're gonna try to coach Chimberino a little bit and see if we can teach him some magic tricks for the arena so he can storm those leaderboards. How are you
Let's
doing, Chimbo?
go. Hey, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I'm ready to train my brain, add a few IQ points, and just destroy nerds on the ladder. Let's get into it. I'm
Yes,
down.
sir. Let's get it. What deck have you been thinking about today?
So today we'll be playing Arcanite. I think it'll be a really good deck just to help some people play because I think Arcanite's just going to be a staple in the meta for a long time, just with the way Phosphorus is built. So it would be nice for me as someone who wants to like get better at commentating to learn the game at to like an expert level. So I guess this one comp that's like a forever meta deck. It seems like um, that would be a good place to start.
Hey, your words in Aaron's ears because I love Phosphorus. You came to the right person. I love Bloom Arcanite. I've been playing this deck for the last, I don't know, month or something. Every day, all night. And yeah, I hope it stays in the meta. I hope Bloom doesn't get nerfed too much. But I think as the meta evolved, like people were a lot complaining about it, but now there's a lot of counters to it. And yeah, I think it's pretty balanced at the moment, the meta. We have a lot of decks that you can play, and Arcanite is definitely one of those staple decks that hopefully
I agree.
we'll see for a long time. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I think the meta's an interesting spot right now. Like there's a lot of things that are like kind of broken, but also like things that just work and things that counter them. So it's in a
Yeah,
fun place right now.
yeah, yeah. I love you. I love you. I love seeing you host and cast the tournaments. It's really fun to watch.
Yeah, I love you
It's
too,
good
by the way.
stuff.
But yeah, it's been honestly, I've had more fun commentating the Inferno than I've had anything else combined. Like it has
Yeah,
been an absolute pleasure to work with Scoriox and Wildfire on that. So yeah,
man, it
very
must be
happy with it.
amazing to sit back, let him do the production, and just commentate. Like I really enjoyed our tournament as well with Viper, but just like it's really stressful still to like figure out all the kinks and stuff that can go wrong in the tournament and all the
Yeah,
moderation and whatever.
I
Like
remember when I did the Gimbrino Invitational. I did a PvP tournament for PB2, and yeah, that was rough. So I'm so glad Scoriax has to do it, and I don't have to.
yeah, he's on a good level there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I want to step it up to his level, but I might have to rent a studio for that because yeah, my internet is just not doing. That's why we're online at 1 a.m. in the morning because right now everybody's sleeping, so I got all the internet for myself.
gotcha.
So I'm curious how your Arcanet deck looks like.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'll send it over.
Easy. I can flame a little bit more about my internet in the meanwhile. Because I'm living right now in a ski resort and the antennas are not upgraded for all the people that coming in the winter. So every time at 8 o'clock, boom, it's gone. Because there's too much traffic coming in. So yeah, that's really off topic, but a little little filler story.
It is what it is. Give me 1 second. I'm looking. I had a deck with Ramfire on it, and now I can't find it for some reason.
Yeah,
I basically had like the normal. Here, let's see
I
if
mean,
it's this one. I'm sorry.
I can always give you mine, but then you
Here
take
we
the
go.
pleasure of correcting you away from me.
There
So
we go. Finally got it. Sorry about that.
no worries. We
I
are
sent it to you.
chilling. This is not a one take. We're just hanging out, having a good time.
How you doing, Mel? By the way, love seeing you hanging out, buddy. It's been a
Yes,
while since we talked as
sir.
well. Shout out,
Mel
Mel.
Mel is the man. Mel is the guy. I guess. I don't know. Yeah, really sick to see Mel. Always tuning in. Always bringing the good vibes. Love that.
Yep, a decent time for me. 7 p.m. Same actually.
Yeah, both. What is that? West Coast,
Yep. East Coast.
East Coast.
Yep.
You forgot for a second.
Yeah.
What's the best coast?
I s- I sent
Let's
the
not get into that.
yeah, I sent the deck by the way on Discord.
Sweet. Um, so should I share it and then I can make adjustments, or maybe
Yeah, that works.
I'll send it back to you? But that mean Netflix and chill, really?
That's Viper's name for it. I went and did like a few adjustments, but
All
other
right,
than that,
all right. Um, so I have to import it now. That means I have to open up a deck slot, which is gonna be hard.
let me see.
Give me a second. Enchanter. Arcanite versus Enchanter. Damn, I crafted up this deck to try to play against Headbone here versus his Enchanters, and it did not work out. I was so confused with the 70 cost weapon and the Steam Ranger and stuff.
Oof.
I had a weird tactic going on, but yeah, it didn't work out. Let's delete that deck, import yours, then we should be good to go. All right, sweet. Just 1 second, and we got it. You should play in our next Fun Sender tournament. It's really I don't know, gives you an arcade feeling,
When
like
is
easy
it?
to jump in, easy to play. You don't have any augments, and last time we had predefined decks, so we just gave you 3
Interesting.
decks that you could play, and they all had just Illuvials in them, no augments.
That's pretty
So it
cool,
was,
actually. I like that.
yeah, it takes away all that decision making from the augments, and you can just focus on the Illuvials. We brought a lot of like underplayed Illuvials, like I don't know, behemoths, natural links, whatever. So yeah, people really like that. Netflix and chill. Here we have it.
Yep.
All right, can you see this?
Uh,
Yes.
now I can. Yes, sir.
I haven't been using Restream in a while. So, what we got here?
So we got just classic Arcanite build. I got the 15 cost Fire Gauntlet just because the way the math works out on that, it works perfectly with Ramfire.
Mm-hmm.
Then obviously the 2 phosphoruses. I really like to play for Hyper Phosphorus. I think that makes the difference in a lot of cases.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know why I don't have the 70 cost Earth Gauntlet. I
Yeah, I
am
saw
like
that.
obviously I am like spared for augments. That's the way Viper had it set up. And
Yeah.
then I played with it a lot and I honestly never really feel like I needed it, so I never really questioned or why I don't just add it in myself. I think just the way the meta set up that the nature phosphorus generally gets hyper more often.
Yeah. But the nature phosphorus would be with the Earth Gauntlet, though, if you played it more.
Um Maybe I'm in it the other way around. I don't know. What are your thoughts
Yeah.
on that take just in general?
Okay. Wait. Let's look it through. Yeah. Pretty classic augments. So I've been also following Viper's Arcanite deck, and by now he has removed the Earth Phosphorus and is just playing the Nature Phosphorus because you don't really run into matchups anymore where you play Earth. Earth mainly was brought to counter the mirror matchups. So if you play against another guy who plays a Nature Phosphorus, your Earth Phosphorus is gonna be dominant and is gonna give you a little bit
Okay.
of an advantage. But he can still win the mirror match with the Nature Phosphorus. So he decided, and I also tried it, and I decided too that we're just gonna cut the Earth Phosphorus, and that will give us 1, 2, 3 slots that we can bring in tech augments against more common matchups right now. Also, I've
Yeah.
been playing ladder all day. I didn't run into one mirror match, so yeah, we don't really need it anymore. And the nature phosphorus will counter almost all of the all of the current decks you run into, and if it doesn't, then usually the Earth doesn't counter it either.
Okay, so basically that's just like if the meta returns to heavy Arcanite and you're seeing a lot of mirrors, that's when you would want to put that back in.
Exactly, yeah.
All right, cool.
You also want to always play a 70 cost weapon no matter what, especially right now in the meta. Not no matter what, but right now in the meta against enchanters, it's really, really important that you have that late game, that you're going to be winning the late game. And I hope we run into some enchanters because it took me a while to figure it out, but now I got it down and I will win almost any matchup against enchanters. So I hope that I can show you that. And basically, yeah, we need the 70 cost weapon. We can remove those 3 and then we can bring in some other augments.
Okay, so what we're doing here right now is we're taking out the nature phosphorus.
Yep.
Or the earth phosphorus.
Nature phosphorus.
Nature phosphorus. Okay.
That will count the water, that will count the air. And yeah, the earth phosphorus will count the fire, which you don't run into, don't have a problem, or also nature. But there's not a lot of nature either. Are you editing the team now, or should I?
I'm editing. So,
right.
nature fighter phosphorus, correct?
Nature fighter phosphorus, yeah, bonded with the earth gauntlet will give you Arcanite Bloom on the ranger.
So in this case, maybe I should add, take out both those nature weapons and then add the 70 cost fire and earth.
Exactly.
Okay.
We don't need the 70 cost fire weapon because we can win with the ramp fire. This is against scions and invokers, and we can win without the 70 cost weapon there.
Okay, that's a really good point to add in as well then. So I have 1 extra space. What should I add in for it?
I would go with the stage 2 biogenic suppressor. It's a really strong augment, especially versus enchanters and heavy casters.
Okay,
you
which is really good in the meta right now.
Yes. I'm
if
still
something
trying
like
to figure.
fighter was better in the meta, would we be looking at any different augments or anything else like that? Like, what are the different scenarios?
For example, versus 7 fighters, you will bring a second Siphon Matrix to reduce their attack speed even more.
Yep.
If you can hit them with it. What else we got? Other matchups. But fighter is pretty easy at the moment, I feel like. So it's not a big deal. Also, I would replace this one. The Maladaptive Resonator. This was against Spore. We don't have much Spore anymore. And if we have them, the 40% resistance penetration augment that also can give you True Sight, and True Sight means you cannot miss an attack because Spore is built around dodging, and with True Sight your Furiox won't miss anymore. And yeah, usually Spore is not a problem anymore.
What augment is that? I don't think I've ever even used it.
This one, Exalted Graviton Piercer.
Oh yeah, I've definitely used that before actually. Never mind.
And it's very versatile because you can use it in different situations. Sometimes you want to put it on your phosphorus to actually be able to, for example, be able to get through Earth versus us. 5 Earth enchanters because the grid that Earth provides really outsustains us. But then we can put this one on our bird, for example, to pierce their resistances, or the True Sight versus Spore versus Dodge chance.
Interesting. What's up, Scoryax? Yeah, I agree. Fighters do suck. Hate fighters. I feel like they're just not fun to play, and when you do, you have like little agency, and to play against it's also not super fun. But
yeah.
Regardless, anyways. Okay, so I put in the stage 2 biogenetic suppressor. Oh, I was supposed to take out maladaptive, right?
Yeah, exactly.
What would I replace that with then? Because I put in the graviton piercer and I still have 1 extra spot.
You still have 1 extra spot. Let me quickly wait. I'm gonna pull it back up.
All good.
All right. Let me quickly check my list because I've had really good success today. I started with my second account at 1800 and now it's like close to 2000. So I'm stoked about that. It's like, I don't know, top 20, top 30 or something.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, my highest rating was like 2,100 something. It was like top 5, and I need to get back up there. My ego is kind of anchored to that rating, and I
Yeah,
cannot
I
stop
feel that.
playing until I get there.
I feel you.
But yeah, today was a really good day.
What's up, Bombo Theo? How you doing, buddy? Appreciate you stopping by the stream. Make sure to like the stream. It helps it push it out to more people within the algorithm. And enjoy having you. Thank you for hanging out.
All right, another little change. Thank you, by the way, for talking to chat. Sometimes I can be a little bit uncommunicative
It is what it
when
is.
when there's a lot going on. Another change that we made recently was putting in cybernetic plating over arcane sash, because
Okay.
this is going to give us more resistances, which enables us to survive the enchanter matchup and survive a lot of shots of the enchanter ranger, tsunami ranger,
Okay.
and we don't need the damage on it. It's more
So
about staying alive.
so this is specifically to counter tsunami because you want to be able to not get one shot.
Yeah, it's also good versus the rogues. Like, there's a lot of Gorilla Earth rogues going on right now. And
Yeah.
usually your ranger is the tanky one, is there to tank and not really for damage. That's why you didn't put in the 70 cost weapon, right? So yeah, that's also the reason why we put in the tanky plating right here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just me, I guess, but well, I had good success with it again, so let's just assume it's really good. The Exalted Technolegia. And I brought that in not for what you might think to reduce the energy, but against Earth matchups, because everybody's playing Earth right now to counter Arcanite. The second effect of it, every cast you lower the grid and resistance of the enemy, and Earth gives you grid and resistance. So after 3 casts or something, Earth is pretty much useless, and that's a little like tech choice against those decks. I haven't seen anybody play that yet.
I have another question. I see some people, especially in Inferno, it seems to be really popular. On their Furiox, instead of taking the attack speed augment, I see a lot of people take double pure damage. What situation is that better in, or is it better at all in any situations?
That would be again versus Earth, where the grid just denies you, or also versus 5 bulwarks. It can be viable. Everything that has like big resistances, Colossus spam, stuff like this. If they have a Riplands with the stacking resistance augment, this one,
Nano sequencer.
yeah, it can get pretty unkillable at one point. I haven't played with it yet. I didn't feel like I needed it, because also the attack speed is going to give you in the end more pure damage, because you're going to trigger the augment more. It's not going to be that much, but I felt like I didn't need it. But that's a fair point, yeah.
Oh, so Bombo Theo is Nefer. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, that's just another thing I'm gonna want to be putting in the video. Surprised this is on Paz's channel and not Jimbo's. So for the live stream, we decided to put it on Paz's, and I'll edit the actual.
He gets the
video
video, I get the stream.
out of it. Exactly.
It's a deal.
Big man,
Uh,
I made 2 new teams and tested them on my secondary account, which was completely destroyed from past testing, and brought it up from 1100 to 14. So I know I can't quite call them completely successful, but because of the low rank, team only lost once out of 6 matches each. Nice, good job, buddy. All right,
yeah.
what are we moving into?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I want to send you the deck, because I want to specifically coach you with my deck, because there is some
I got
small.
it all set up.
All right. You also have this one, Reactive Deflector, because people stop playing it, but I
Yeah, I
really
stopped
like it.
playing it for a little bit. It doesn't feel as good as it used to be. Or
Yeah,
I feel like the way that people play now is a little, and now it feels good. So
yeah. The problem is, like, it's so easily dodgeable, and if somebody dodges it, it's gone. Like, after 6 seconds, if you're not getting
exactly.
attacked, it's useless. What I really like to put it on is the Lulura. If you put the Lulura onto a Berserker positioning where you jump the 2 Berserkers in the backline,
Yeah.
they in the like after wave 4 or 5, they're gonna just one shot you. And if you put this on, they're they're useless because it's gonna give you enough time, like the 6 seconds about when this is over, Lulur will cast his first cast. So it's really good synergy there. Sweet. All right, you all set up?
Yeah. Did we want to jump into a few games, or what do we want to do next?
We could.
Paz is teaching Joe Rogan. We making progress. True, true. Welcome back to the Joe Rogan experience. They were playing Illuvium.
Oh yeah. Oh, you need to get a better Joe Rogan impression. You got the face, but
Yeah, I don't
not
really
the
get
voice yet.
the.
Probably got the muscles too, eh?
Yeah, trying. Trying. All right, give me 1 second. I'll pull up the game here.
No worries.
So, give a bit of a. I hear Viper say this a lot. Phosphorus. He says Phosphorus is like the forever meta king. Can you give us an explanation of why he's saying that and like why Phosphorus is built so well to be such a good unit?
I never thought about it, to be honest. I was just happy that he is. I never thought for the reason of it. Let's see. We got Bloom, which stacks first health and Omega power, which gives him damage and sustainability. And those are the two things you need in a team, and you got it on one unit. So that's really strong already. His Omega is going to shoot globally throughout the map, which then gives you a lot of extra damage again. You can snipe somebody in the backline. And his kit is overall just really, really strong, I believe. Like, people just figured out now that Earth kind of counters the Phosphorus damage completely. Like 5 Earth, you're not going to do damage anymore. But then we got the Leech and stuff like this. So there's definitely ways to play around it. But yeah, I think just having the damage and the tankiness is just too good to not be meta.
Okay.
It also looks badass.
True. I love the way Phosphorus looks. Easily my
Freaking
favorite.
Terror Bird. Does that count as a dinosaur?
Technically birds are dinosaurs, so yeah.
There we go. So Kuka is a dinosaur too.
True. All right, I have it sharing to restream.
All right, here we go. Jim Brino.
Oh, yeah, this is on a Smurf account I used to practice and play different comps. I was playing a lot of fighter and I dropped like 200 LP because I didn't know how to play it properly.
Yeah,
But,
especially after the Leech got fixed, it kind of lost its power a little bit with it.
100%, yeah. But it's fun to just throw in there and switch it up a little bit every now and then.
Yeah.
Really, the only team comp I haven't played so far is the Scion comp.
Oh, that one is so fun because matches go fast.
Yeah.
Like 4 or 5 rounds, and usually it's done. I like that.
Yeah, it only feels bad when there's like a huge wait when in queue. Like I've had a 7-minute wait time before, and on this account when I was like 13-20 LP, I played against like rank 20, which was like over 2k.
That's rough.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, it's actually a free game for you because you cannot lose, but you can gain so much.
Yeah,
it's really rough for him because every time I get like matched versus somebody way lower rated, I'm like, all right, it's either +0 or -50.
All right, we're into the game. So we're playing into invokers, which do seem to be pretty common right now. So what are we thinking here? Like, what's our thought process right off the bat?
First up, let's make sure we not forget what the enemy team is playing, because so many times I'm like, damn, was it Mystic? Is it Spore? Is it Tempest? So we need that. Let's think. So does he have Tsunami? You remember?
No.
All right. So we don't need this really. Rogue can be nice versus Invoker, so you can put one in Rogue. And and then I would just go for Adaptive Reflection, because this is going to be good on him and on you. Lifestorm is going to give you a little bit damage, but that's not what it's about. He doesn't need a little bit extra chip damage. You don't need that. And he thinks he does. We'll see if he's right.
Okay, now a lot of people play their 3 water bulwarks. many different ways. What's the way that you like to set it up?
Versus Invoker, Atlas in the middle, very top middle, and the other two on the very outside, right and left.
And what's the thought process behind that?
We're not playing Phosphorus. Usually, I would leave enough space on the left and right to put a Phosphorus in. But in this case, we're gonna playing Rampfire, so we don't need that. And sometimes, if the enemy position's not perfectly in the back line, or if there's a big unit, your left and right units will actually walk into the back line. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can cheese them into the back line that way, especially if you line a lot of units up on the right or on the left.
And what's your thought on the pistol versus tin mastery point gauntlet turn 1?
Versus no weapon versus the
Yeah.
No weapon does focus, like the cast will just focus your target, so you have more single target damage and it helps you focus down units. But if your cast actually goes into the Illuvials and you position that way, the gauntlet is gonna win.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you think you're gonna be positioning right, so your cast is gonna go into the units, you should play the 15 cost. Actually, the 15 cost almost does also more damage in the auto hits than the no weapon.
Yeah, the 15 cost seems like it seems strange because it's such a small change, but it really does feel like it makes a huge difference.
Yeah. So I think 15 cost always, but the difference between no weapon and 10 cost is if you think you can hit the Illuvials with your cast or not.
Okay, so how do we play this turn 2?
We're gonna go for the Rampfire. Well, versus Invoker, you don't have to. You also have a pretty good setup as a Phosphorus, but might as well. So where do we think is he gonna bring his Invokers? That's the big question.
It has to be here, right? People set up
Kind of has to.
these bulwarks like this, especially if they have invokers. It's always right here.
Yeah. Sometimes, like maybe like it gets really weird and mind gamey at higher rankings, but usually it's gonna be where he telegraphs really nice positioning on the Rampfire, not putting him all the way in the corner, because where you have him right here is gonna hit the full left board and a lot of the right side as well. Also nice positioning on the Ranger. You don't want to put him too far or her. Really good. Let's just hope your Rampfire survives.
Yeah,
should be
should
good.
be an easy one.
Can you press E to get up a little bit in here?
Does that work?
Yeah. The stream is lagging a little bit, but kind of a lot, to be honest, but it's okay.
Really?
We know what happened. Everything died.
Okay, my bad.
So
Hold
good.
on, let me see if I can fix it.
Yeah.
Regardless, what's next? And then I'll keep working on that.
A little bit more E and then right click down, drag down. So we have a little bit of a bird's eye. Yes, there we go. Thank you. Now we're at home. Definitely Lulura. Just bring in another rogue. Position it right on them. Yeah, you can go all the way left. So he can cheese his way in there a little bit maybe. Yeah, and then you're just going to bring the 40 cost augment on the Rampfire. Indomitable. So no matter what happens, he's going to stay alive. He's going to cast. And then you have 20 left. You can just bring in a Groko. Perfect. Yeah, his positioning doesn't matter too much. He's probably going to bring in tanks now versus your Rampfire, but it doesn't matter, to be honest. And then you even got the rogue emblem. So in the very late game, if you manage to get that far, you can bring in the bird and give him rogue. And he's just going to jump back there. Also going to give you 2 rogue stacks. Boom. I just love
satisfying.
it. Yes.
So satisfying.
It's the best. It's the freaking best.
Apologize, stream, for the lagging. I'm not sure what's going on there.
It's bearable.
Is that how you would do it? Or actually, this is probably better, right? Because do they really get much from Visionary?
Pretty much nothing. They don't need attack speed. They don't need attack damage. So yeah.
And this is really good into Invokers.
Yeah. What unit would you put it on?
Probably Lilura.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna ask more questions. It's gonna be a quiz. I don't know why he went for the other one, but it's
Yeah,
okay.
me either.
Yeah, he's trying out things.
All right, from here I would go put in this guy.
Yes,
And then I
sir.
would
Get the
put,
5 bulwark.
and then on top of that, I would give Vitality Veil to him.
Yes, sir. Hey,
And is it untargetable or gain 100 health?
what do you think?
I would go untargetable.
Nope.
No. Oh,
Sorry.
never mind. I forgot the energy regen.
Yes, we want to make sure Ramfire casts no matter what, and that's
Yes.
that's the augment is just in there for that. Sorry, I was so happy for correcting you.
No, it's good.
I'm like, nope, you're wrong.
It's all good. It's all good.
Getting toxic here. Yeah,
All right.
not sure if you picked the right coach, but we'll get there.
Hey, you know what? It is what it is. So we're
Yes,
still
sir.
looking like we're chilling.
Yes, we are. Lodge.
So much damage.
And then one tip I can give you already. I'm not gonna quiz you again. Well, never mind. If you have like Headbone just came out with his new Scion that is supposed to counter Ramfire, and I managed to beat him. And the key thing there is, except all the standard things, did you get lifesteal on the Ramfire? Because it's always going to be at 0 health once it casts, and then it's going to die after a few seconds. So if you get lifesteal on him, boom, he casts his full life again. And you can rinse and repeat. Like that's the next thing I would prioritize.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, plus because he also gets the health regen, which even stacks on top of that. I feel bad for playing against this guy again because, like, I don't know how you win this matchup.
We can make it a bit interesting for him and play the Phosphorus line this time.
That works. In that case, I think I want to go here, and then...
Still Meteoric first, and it's just gonna be too strong if he is able to stun you multiple times, like your bird.
Yeah,
it's gonna be tough. Arcanite boosts our damage pretty well, but yeah, especially versus Invokers.
Yeah, I was about to say, especially into Invokers.
Yeah, he just needs time every fight to get his casts off.
Okay, so now that we're playing Phosphorus this time, we'll go ahead and play...
Yes, sir. You can leave a little bit more space.
Do this.
You want to make sure that Phosphorus has enough space to run through. Easy, yeah. Maybe a little bit less, but it doesn't matter too much. Sorry. I'm being nitty-gritty here.
No, I mean, the positioning matters. That's probably good, eh?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay. Works. Okay, he's going to play this a little different this time.
Yes, he want to stay unpredictable.
He's scared of the Phosphorus, or the Ramfire, but I'm not even playing it this game.
Yeah. But grouping up doesn't work in many scenarios anyway. Like clumping them up in the corner. Yeah. Usually you're better off being like flexible, being able to reposition. Because if you group up in one corner, you have to move everybody, or most of them.
100%. Oof, he's gonna take the water Grotto damage too. GG easy.
GG easy.
Okay. Now, how should I think about how I place my Phosphorus?
It's still pretty random, so he did a good job letting us not know where he's gonna go. I think he's gonna go left side, but usually I go next to the Kara Blue because he provides a little bit protection to your Phosphorus right side. You usually want to be on the very outside, so your Phosphorus has the best chances of hitting as much units as possible when he fires his Omega.
You want him to kind of go down a line.
Yeah, you can also put him all the way to the right. Yeah. And usually we try to cheese him into the backline somehow.
Okay, that makes sense. Oh, he literally just wanted to see where I was going to put it. That makes sense. And as you can see, by the way, chat, the way Paz was talking about, you want to line him up. This is exactly what he meant.
Yes,
The
sir.
phosphorus is just shooting 100% of
That was a
all of that
perfect
damage.
example.
Yep.
Love it. Oh, he got the range of the 70 cost weapon. Did like half of the phosphorus damage in one cast.
All right. What do we do now? Now, this turn, I usually play Lilura Furiox like 90% of the time, but sometimes I'll mix it up depending on the situation. What is your take on this turn 3?
The thing is, Furiox usually gets sniped versus Invokers, but
Mm-hmm.
I would still do it as well because we didn't bring anything else. I was thinking Rampy and stuff like this, but yeah, for sure, bring him. Bring those two.
And
You
where
can
do we
always
place them?
yeah, since you got the right side covered with you guys, you want to put Lulur on the left side like you did. You want to keep your Furiox with your Phosphorus. I would position exactly the same. Maybe the Lulura a bit to the left so it actually lands of the other side of the Atlas and isn't on the outside. So you're really covering that corner. And I'm really sure he's going to put something in there. Oh, he's actually going for middle. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that either, to be honest, but it's fair.
But then again, they're closer to Phosphorus, so.
Oh man,
Sweet.
just getting gunned down.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. You love to see it.
Yep. Hey, this game feels so good when you're winning and so bad when you're losing.
I completely agree.
But then you want more when you lose, so it's the perfect loop.
All right. This is an interesting round. Now, what is the correct decision here?
Um, Always Meteoric Onslaught in this scenario versus Invokers. And then we have the one which, yeah,
This is really
yeah.
nice, but like
It's
I
like a
really
50
don't want him to
50.
have this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's really good on the Invokers. If he gets one guy untouched with this, he might kill you. And the minus 30% damage, sure, it slows you down for 5 seconds, but then that unit is dead, which holds it, and then it has no more effect.
Now, I would put this on Lulura if I was going to use it, but I'm not sure what I would do yet. I would make sure that I get Nano Sequencer on Phosphorus, I think.
Sup, Najib? Good to see you.
What do you think
Um,
about that?
I would always go for a full board in turn 4. There's
Really?
almost never a scenario where I don't go for a full board because then you got 75 mastery points left and you can still slap on some augments. And just giving your Phosphorus the sustain with 5 bulwarks, it's great.
I'm gonna switch this up.
Yep.
I don't want him to get sniped by that because it's
Usually you want to
no
keep
idea.
the Grocco just next to your Phosphorus and Furiox.
Oh yeah, so you
So
can
you
give
have
him
a
life steal.
holder for your life
Sure.
steal. And then slap on the yeah.
I'm just gonna do this.
Yes. Hey, somebody has been practicing.
A little bit. A little bit, a little bit.
That's good. Perfect choice. The other choice would have been Meteoric Onslaught. Probably also really good. You can. It's gonna be really good next round. You have a good chance of stunning them out of casts and stuff like this. But yeah, I think there will be no next round.
Yeah.
Two clean sweeps.
Who would have thought?
Well played.
Who would have thought? I mean, I'm just that good. It is what it is. It's all me.
It is what it is, eh?
All right, we'll go ahead and get into the next game. Yeah, so now we've seen how you can win that game with Phosphorus, and now we've seen how you can win it with Rampfire. I probably would play Rampfire every time. Just I feel like it's safer.
Would you be down at one point to do a one-on-one? Because then I can also screen share my screen. We can still talk, and
Yeah.
it wouldn't be.
Actually, let me go ahead and I'll just surrender this game and let's do that because that'll be better for stream.
Yeah, because I'm getting a bit of eye cancer here.
Yeah, sorry.
No,
How many
it's all right. You're also recording on the side, right? That's probably the reason.
Yeah, it's fine.
Easy.
Okay, give me
And
one
we
second
and then we
to
can also
end
pick
this.
some matchups, so we're not running into 3 invokers in a row.
Yep, that works.
And we get your ego down to a normal level again.
Wait, what did you say?
Well, I said we're gonna push your ego down to a normal level again.
No, I'm gonna beat that ass. Don't worry.
I'm looking forward. So let me start that up. Question is, what would we want to try to play?
Since I played into invokers, let's play in. I need to play into enchanter and I need to play into mud, and then we'll play
Yeah, and then
the
we can
mirror.
play a mirror too if you want.
Yep.
Which Which, if you play it right, feels like a coin flip. But yeah, I can explain you how to play it right, and then you can have fun with that half an hour coin flip every time. I'm so glad I didn't have any mirrors today.
Damn, you really think it's a coin flip? The mirror on that?
Well, I'm sure the better player is in a big sample size always gonna win. You know what I mean? Like you cannot
Yeah,
play it perfectly.
it's a
But if
numbers
both
game.
players are like kind of on the same skill level, then it's obviously a kind of a coin flip. It's hard to explain. It just feels so random how it's all about the phosphorus having a line into the Furiox, and this gets influenced so much by like little unit, little random things. You can try to predict it, but usually it's unpredictable and it feels a bit random.
Are you good on time, by the way?
Yeah,
Okay.
easy. So first one, Enchanter. I don't have a mud team ready. Maybe somebody in chat can provide me a mud team.
I can
Maybe I have
send
one
you
on the
one.
other account too. Join match. Share screen. All right. Here we are. You sent me a code, right?
Yep. And I also sent you that team for later.
Sweet.
How we feeling, chat? What's up, Najif, by the way? Thank
Not.
God. Should have good quality stream now.
Yeah, we should have done that earlier, but better late than never. Should be fine now, I hope. Join match. There we go. Just curious how we're gonna do this.
Uh, Whatever. It's fine. Just explain what you would play in different turns. Don't try to outplay me. Just play in a way that you think most people would play in that situation.
Yeah, I'll play in like standard play. I can also tell you what I do.
Yep.
Oh, I'm confused. I'm playing Enchanter, you're playing Arcanite. I've been playing too much Arcanite. This feels weird. So I need physical resistance versus your Arcanite. I also need double cast, so I go double. You kind of would like to have the anti-healing as well. It's not a bad thing to have.
Yeah. I
And the
probably should have thought
resistances
about
are
that more.
not even that good. I mean, it's kind of nice on Axodon or on the Cephilinx, but yeah. All right, turn one. Here's a mirror. And we can try out the 15 cost versus the no weapon. Let's see what's going to succeed. how would I play it normally? Because I know your positioning already. It's weird to not try to use that.
Yeah, I know. I feel you.
Yeah, but I like to spread them out because then you have a lot of options. You can,
Hmm.
when they're grouped, for example, the invulnerable and the indomitable is not so effective. But if like 10 units are attacking one unit and this unit is vulnerable, you get the most out of it.
So now, a lot of the times, why do you have your 3 bulwarks set up the way you do compared to mine?
I just tried to think of a normal way I would play it. I also like to play them all three in the middle sometimes because then you will get the most enchanter damage. But right now I don't play around the enchanter AoE damage. I rather play for dragging out the fight so my ranger can cast more times and one shot you that way. But versus Arcanite, it could be better to keep everybody grouped. But then your Phosphorus is going to do a lot of AoE damage. If my units are all together, it's going to be very easy for him to hit all three of my units. So yeah, there's no right or wrong. But you just got to play around the tactic you choose.
And now in this matchup, is there any difference in the way that you place your phosphorus? Because for me, I don't know if there's any like real basis for doing this. But for me, I'll generally, if I don't put him in the middle, I put him on the inside of the like furthest outside bulwark, just because I don't want him getting sniped by the gauntlet.
Yeah, you're going to have your range in the backline to eat those gauntlet shots later on. And that's why we also have the defensive armor. So it's not a problem for that. The one thing I'm always a bit wary of is that when you put him on the outside, it's going to be harder for him to go hyperactive. Because it's like when you put him on the outside, it's going to be a 50-50. You want to be where I am, and you are. So you're going to go hyperactive very fast. But yeah, I
Okay.
would always put him on the outside. Um, it's just how Phosphorus works, I think. Because now you see he shoots into nowhere outside the map.
Yeah,
And that
that's
wouldn't
fair.
happen. Like, that would never happen if he's on the outside. You just always get an angle inside the map. Now he has a nice angle, though, but he's going to be perma-stunned by my Cuculus. Hopefully. But yeah, you counter me a little bit. Because with hyperactive, no way I'm perma-stunning is.
Yeah, this turn 2 is kind of hard to win.
Yeah. Yeah, my power spike starts with turn 4. But we'll get there. Just need to save some of my HP.
Okay, and in this turn, I would just put down the Lilura on top of you.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't do it just because you did it, but I will put my ranger somewhere else. This feels so weird.
Yeah, it's all good.
I can leave the ranger there because many times they forget about that. Let's do it like that. It makes more sense.
It doesn't matter if you move your ranger because at the end of the day, I'm still leaving you more vulnerable because he's not able to hide behind flood. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Just move it so we can get a sense of what's going on, unless you've already
yeah.
clicked ready.
So what you want to do as enchanter here is put your links onto the phosphorus.
Okay.
Yep. I'm missing something here. 30 mastery points. No, it's just how it is, huh? Sweet. So my goal is basically later on to snipe your Furiox. That's all my goal. That's how I win my
Okay.
matchup. That's my win condition. If I can get a snipe on your Furiox, I should be good. So you have to play against it. And can you watch my stream? Then I can show you the positionings I mean.
Yeah.
All right. So if you put your ranger here, yeah,
Okay.
He's gonna, the two main positions is either down here or down here, right? Those are the two lines the enemy ranger will snipe.
Sure.
So then your Furiox cannot be here on the edge. It also cannot be here, 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 right? So you can put him in the middle here, for example, or back here. It's a bit hard to explain from there, but
No, I see what you're saying. To
yeah,
set him up in a
I
place
can
where
show
he's
you now
safe.
with the units actually. I think Jack the Hand just gives you a little bit of the damage boost, but it might be better to deny time's respite from me because I want to put that on Axodon and I just need to buy time, right?
Yeah, but Light's Chosen's pretty strong, eh?
No, instead of Jack the Hand, I mean, always Lights Chosen.
Okay. Okay. I thought you were telling me to get
No,
Time's
no,
Respite over Light's
just
Chosen.
baiting you. So now if you look at my screen,
Okay.
imagine my Ranger is the Ranger and the Cuculus is the Furiox. If I play like this and your Ranger is here, it's gonna hit my
Yeah,
Furiox.
I see.
So I can put my Ranger here, then it's not gonna hit my Furiox. Or I can put my Furiox here, then it's not gonna hit him. But then it might be getting hit from this side. So you have to consider those two angles and try to put your Furiox not into it. And your Ranger will usually stay in the corner over here. Or you're gonna do a side swap and do the same on the other side. And then as soon as you kind of, like, as soon as your board is full and you got your core augments on, you need to put armor on the Ranger to deny my Ranger from sniping you. Man, I'm a bit confused because I'm doing like 3 things at the same time. But luckily, Enchant is pretty much straightforward.
Enchanter feels pretty fun to play.
Yeah.
It's a
My
unique
mistake.
way to play.
Yeah. My mistake that I made, I put my Axodon here into the fray. It's alright. It's alright. It's not that bad. It's not going to be focused first. My Cephalinx is focused first. That's good. Your Phosphorus is hyperactive. And now you have two choices to go with augments. Either you go for immune, so this right here can't happen, where I just stun you all the time and take you out.
Yeah, that's what I would go for usually.
Yeah. The other option is the 40% damage, the 40% penetration augment. But that one
How's
you
that
would.
hitting my Furiox? What the fuck?
Yeah, it's hard to get that angle. Like the bullet is bigger than it seems, and I'm like it seems to be hex perfect. Like now you would go a little bit more over with the Ranger, but then if I position my Ranger to the other side, your Furiox would be the furthest enemy again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so it needs to just be moved in general.
So what I like to do is put Furiox a bit into the middle, and keep the range in the corner, and then kind of you're safe from both angles. Bit easier. But that's the tough one, really, to figure out the perfect counter angle. And then I can also put my range in the middle to try to counter that. So yeah, you have to keep repositioning and trying to play those mind games. Another thing, if you don't reposition now, you make yourself very, very vulnerable to my augments. I'm going to try to showcase that. So I would just move the Phosphorus in the corner where we had him. Maybe move your Ranger out a little bit, or whatever.
Move the Phosphorus back.
Oh, there you go. That's a nice... Yeah, your Furiox is not getting hit by my Ranger. Except maybe from the explosion. And you see who's getting hit now?
Yeah, the Atlas.
Exactly. So that would be the unit we would like to have Indomitable on to eat up even more of those casts. It's all about denying those casts. And now we're hitting actually your Phosphorus. And yeah, basically my two augments on the links counted you really hard.
Okay. So basically, at the end of the day, into Tsunami, you have to just always be thinking about how you move your Furiox around, placement of the Furiox, keeping your Phosphorus out of the line of sight and Furiox, and then if you can think about where the enemy Ranger's Omega is going, so that you can put the Indomitable on someone that can get value out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Okay.
priority of your augments is gonna be either immune if you're getting stunned a lot in the rounds before, if the enemy is positioned to stun you, or the stacking resistances that you put on. And after that, go for the pure damage and attack speed on the Furiox. It's going to be your secondary carry, or your main carry, actually. And after that, straight up the armor on the Ranger, and then the weapon on the Ranger. Those are kind of your three carries, and you want to itemize them first. Lifesteal is like, yeah, if you can fit it in, sure, maybe one of them, maybe two of them in the late game. And then you have stuff like Indomitable and all of those shenanigans where you can outplay the opponent with them. But you want to
Okay.
have your Ranger, your Phosphorus, and your Furiox set up first.
Okay. And then now we can go ahead and move on to Mud. And I sent that team to you
All right.
on Discord. And then we'll just do Mud and then Amir, and then we'll be good. I'm back. What did I miss? Early retirement for Jimbo. It is what it is. I'm going to need a coaching call soon. I need to get good. Just watch the video. You got this.
Sorry, I auto defaulted to just playing like I would always play, and also having kind of your input. So I don't know. It was
No, it's
kind of
all
an
good.
unfair match. I maybe should have more showcased how you could beat it.
Uh,
It's tough
yeah,
to
maybe in
play
the next.
against you while coach you how to play against me at the same time.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, people are, I'm sure, are getting really good information out of this, so
Yeah,
no one's complaining, or they shouldn't be, anyways.
we're good. All right, I'm playing Mud now.
What are the
Just
main things to think about, like right off the rip, when playing Phosphorus into Mud?
at first, the thing I always said was avoid toxic on your phosphorus. And now I'm on like get into that toxic, get rid of it, because then it's not gonna damage your other units anymore. You got rid of the threat and just put immune on your phosphorus. That's the first augment I play. With that, toxic is completely useless against him. And that's, I think, the most important thing, to put on immune and not be afraid to take a fight versus the toxic, versus the units. You want to be a little bit wary of not trying to not position into the berserkers, as they just rush you down early game. So it's usually better for Bloom to have a long fight.
Mm-hmm.
And so you want to position, if you can, on the other side of the berserkers. If it doesn't happen, don't reposition. You can afford to lose the value from repositioning. You just have to go with it and deal with it on the fly.
Try to, maybe in that situation, try to delay Phosphorus getting to that front line so that it can start attacking Riplance Monkier
Exactly.
before they attack it.
100%. You want to maybe put one of those. And that's when, for example, now you would have a little bit more distance for your frontline water bulwark. So you can actually fit in between that bulwark and the phosphorus. You can fit in another tank to kind of block the movement of the phosphorus, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can also use your ranger to block your phosphorus. But yeah, that's really good. If your phosphorus just rushes into the berserkers, just try to block him with other units, and then he has to kind of wait his turn, and the other bulwarks are gonna be the first target. Change team. Or is it? How was it called? Do I have it already?
Netflix and chill.
Again?
Oh wait, maybe it's
Oh
not.
no, wait. I got it. I call it Muds.
It's a fun comp to play.
Yeah. I haven't played it a lot, so this might be a fair matchup. Another thing you want to take care of after your Phosphorus, you want to go for your Furiox. Really important as well. Also, lifesteal, super important in this matchup, just out healing the Berserkers and everything. So that's your priority with the augments. Pretty much at the same time. You have full augments on Furiox plus Phosphorus plus lifesteal on round 5, I believe. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
And that's why you can't afford to reposition. It's gonna screw up your curve. None of us does really energy damage, so we don't need that. We don't have Mystic either. I guess I didn't look at my team too much,
You
so I think
definitely
there's
have
only
Mystic, and
I
I
have
tried to
Mystic.
deny it from you just in case.
All right, well I'm going for it then. Wait, yeah, nobody needs energy resistance, so the one you went for is not that good. Like we don't have energy damage in the game, I think. Well, a little bit
Wait, this was.
with your Furiox. You got actually a lot of. You have mixed damage.
I thought that did both resistances. That's why I picked it. I didn't read it clearly.
Yeah, you have two, one or the other. All right, that does look like a fun team. Sick. I always love the card looks opening.
It's fun. It's definitely fun.
Straightforward. Yeah, you can decide to actually. You got it. Play nothing. Why not? You cannot take down anything.
Uh, if I put an Atlas in the middle and a 70 cost gauntlet, I generally can if you don't have anything on besides your shield.
Yeah, you can take down the Ranger, save 10 HP. That's true.
I don't know if that's a huge, if it's even
Well,
worth it.
I've won many games with 5 HP, 10 HP. It's definitely worth it. It will. I'm not sure if it works out if I position like this with my range in the back though, but I always give it a shot too. Feels too weird to not play nothing. All right, let's see it. And yeah, usually in the next turn you want to put Lulura onto my Berserkers because then you force me to either reposition or wait till the late game where I finally beat him. But then by that time you put in augments like the invulnerable to beat me again. Where's your?
Where's my what?
Oh no, it's all good. All right, Jimbo, you got this. You gotta beat me on this one. There's no excuse.
Yeah, this should be a good
This
matchup
you.
for me too.
Yeah, yeah, you got this. Interesting phosphorus position, not bad. You just let him chill in the back.
Yeah, the reason I put him back there and put my ranger in front is because of this turn too. Like some people don't, a lot of people don't always go for monkey air turn two, but just in case I put it, probably delayed it. I thought he would aggro onto them still, not the Cardalox, but it's fine.
Yeah, it has ups and downs. Now you're protecting your ranger from my gorilla, and also your Scoriox from my gorilla, so that's pretty good.
How
I
would you
actually
have
don't know where
positioned
to
your
put my gorilla.
phosphorus?
What?
How would you have placed phosphorus?
I always put him next to my bulwark in the front line on the outside.
What do you think about the way that I put it here to delay its movement?
I actually like it because you're protecting like my gorilla is it's taking time away from your phosphorus, but also you're just gonna kill it. So I think you did that
But
well.
he did apply
But
mud
but
stacks, which was
now
really
Furiox
bad.
is dead. Maybe not.
No, he's good.
He
Yeah.
came in time. But it's definitely scary for your Furiox. But as long as you reinforce your front line to give you enough time in the front line, it's a good
Yeah.
positioning against me.
Yeah. This next round, I was gonna put Indom on the water Greco.
Round 4,
Is
yeah,
that a good or
for sure.
bad? Okay.
Uh, best case, it would go for the 30 cost, and then you can put a 40 cost augment on one of your carries. Either probably you have to go for immune to deny the mud effect that Gorilla brings.
Yep. So this cleanse augment is why it's such a bad matchup for mud, right? Like is
Yeah,
Arcanite good into mud generally because of that?
yeah. Mud is useless. Toxic is useless. Oh, sorry, I ran out of time here. But yeah, it denies our two main traits that we play around, toxic and mud. So we cannot. Yeah, we're kind of screwed against that. Did even put the right. Yeah. Okay, let me find a way to make this interesting still. This is really a tough one. I'm gonna try to throw some curveballs at you.
All good. I think I probably should have played a different turn 4, but whatever. It's fine.
That's pretty good. Also count as my play because I just decided I let my berserkers block my berserkers, let them run around the other way
Yeah.
because they also get stronger with time. So you didn't need to reinforce your front line, so it worked out good. And now hopefully I can wrap around and do enough damage to kill the Furiox.
If I don't get rooted here, I win on my Furiox.
Ooh. Close though, I'm coming for you.
Yeah, it was very close. That was an interesting play there.
I'm giving your Furiox a free hyper though with my Verdants in the front line.
What do you mean he's nature?
So what are we gonna do now? Yeah, your positioning is really annoying. Well played. Because now, for example, I would obviously my Gnarl would get invulnerable and indomitable. But since your Phosphorus is not attacking my Gnarl, it only feels like I get half the value out of it. So invulnerable won't be that good. But don't listen to me. You play. But as you saw, I just bursted down your Lulura, right? So that's why we have that invulnerable augment. Never mind. By the way, earlier I said its energy resistance reduced in inevitable ruin, but it's actually the other way. It's the physical resistance one. Bringing the attack speed reduction. Nice,
Yep.
good play. My right plench just stands there doing nothing. Good job, buddy. Yep. you pretty much denied my whole team there. I still hope my Riplands will put up a good fight with the stacking resistances.
I don't. I think it's over.
I think
Okay.
that's it. I still have 1 round.
But okay. What are we taking away from this right now?
Hey, it's not over. Don't you count me out yet.
No, I'm just trying to think of like what do we do with this matchup with the information that we've learned today?
uh, absolutely destroy the enemy.
Yes, true. Let's do it. Now, in this situation, which augments should I be prioritizing? I put Omnivamp on my Theriax and Phosphorus, and from here, what should I be thinking of next?
Yeah, the attack speed on your Furiox still missing, but I'm sure you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, like I have Theriax, both augments, Phosphorus, both augments. Is there any just random tech augments that I should be thinking of?
Wait, I'm still trying to beat you here. Give me a second. I don't have the mastery points anymore. That is what it is. Any other augments? Indomitable, invulnerable in key positionings. Yeah, that's basically it. You don't really need biogenic suppressor versus this team. I don't have many casts. I don't have much healing. But yeah, you played it perfectly. There's not much to add here. But we're still there. That's it. GG, my man.
Yep, GG. Okay, so top 5 ways to beat Mud with Arcanite. What are we thinking?
Keep your Furiox safe.
Cleanse on Phosphorus.
Cleanse on Phosphorus. That's the first. Keep your Furiox safe. But that's obvious. Deny the Berserkers with your Allura. That's a big one.
Yep.
Yeah, I think those are the main.
Yeah, those
the main
3
takeaways.
points. We'll put that in there. Okay, now we're moving on to Scoriox's favorite part of the stream. We're going into the mirror.
Oh yes. Ready. That's
Yes,
interesting.
sir.
The mirrors, I've been studying them for weeks, and it's so weird. It's such a weird one.
Okay, I'm sending you the code.
I forgot that we stayed on stream. I was probably sitting there like, I don't like losing.
Mirrors are okay once. Don't do it twice.
Yeah.
No, mirrors are great, bro. Mirrors are great as long as it's not for 6 hours straight.
Based and true. You had that in a tournament a lot, or what?
Yes, we've had that.
No.
Not many times, but in the first tournament specifically, we had so many mirrors.
Like a full mirror tournament.
Yeah, and it was like a 12-hour tournament too.
Nah.
So it was like 12 hours of the same thing over and over.
Oh, that gives me the creeps, man. Because Arcanine Mirror is the worst mirror to play, I feel like.
It's probably the most interesting to watch, to be fair. But still, it's like just the same
only do
game
it so
over and
many
over.
times.
It's not good. Yeah,
and one match can take like half an hour.
True.
With all the nuances.
Okay, what are we thinking right off the bat here?
Right off the bat, positioning with definitely, like we have been doing it, keeping some space on the outside. You can also position them all to one side, but this has been performing a little bit less, giving you less flexibility, I think. Don't need clumsy. Energy resolve reduced, I guess, but adaptive reflector is going to be huge on Lolura. People used to play it on Phosphorus, but it's not really there anymore.
Yeah.
You just need the damage reduction and the physical resistance.
I'm a huge fan of putting most of those weird tank items or anything like that on Lilura. He's
Yeah,
so good at just wasting time.
it's so fun to watch him go. Like you give him a random augment and you see what happens. It's really
Oh
good.
yeah.
A little tech that I've been changing it up a little bit, round one positioning, and then people right away adapted it. I used to have Atlas in the middle, but now I always put Grokko in the middle. The reason is the sides are the ones that getting attacked most, and you want to have the tankiest units there, and Grokko is the least tanky.
Ooh, that's a good play. I had been putting Caribou in the middle a little bit just to beat the Atlas one-on-one. It's like a win turn one, but that's probably not
Oh,
good like for
that's
later into the
interesting.
game.
Yeah, later in the game, it's nice to have either the Atlas versus the enemy Phosphorus or the Caribou. And
Damn,
yeah,
straight
if you
mirror.
can position your Phosphorus into a Grokko, it's usually pretty easy because Phosphorus stays out of the range of the stun of the Grokko.
Yep.
So you actually cannot stun the. Hey, that's interesting. But your Grokko focusing. Yeah, I don't know. Caribou is the highest value target, so it might be better that I focus that guy. But ooh, we're going to a Ranger. That's
Yeah,
bad
that's
for
a bit
you.
unfortunate.
But it's a 3-on-2, so
I win. I think it's
yeah, you got this. Could be close
maybe.
though with overtime.
Oh my
No,
gosh. This is what I call
maybe. Oi, oi, oi.
hey,
Hey, that's a mirror, eh?
true.
Oh yeah, you're gonna start emote spamming now or what? Dude, I've
Yes.
played versus people who went crazy with this. I don't know. I don't
This is
even
my
know how you
favorite
do
one.
it.
I love this emote so much. Dude, I can't wait to get let's get back into it. But yeah, I love the
Yeah,
emote.
yeah.
But okay, so now we just put our phosphorus on the outside on one side. Or
Yeah,
is
let's not
there a
say which
specific
side.
way?
I
Yeah,
don't
but is there
know.
a specific way that you think about placing phosphorus, or is this just like a
Yeah, you
random?
wanna be like, I don't know, 5 hexes in the back and all the way on the left. You know what I mean?
No.
You
I'll
don't want
see
to
in a
be all the way in
second.
the front line. You want to be a little bit back from the front line, but all the way on the side.
So why is that? Just the way it
Um,
works?
because yeah, like you don't want to be all the way in the front, so you cannot be focused. Your Atlas is always going to be focused, right? And then you want to be on
Yeah.
the outside just to get a better angle. You also definitely want to bond your rangers, so I forgot about that. You're gonna win this round, but
I was wondering why you were doing like
yeah.
nothing.
Otherwise, it would have been again coin flip, right? Like same positioning, same thing. Usually, it's just one phosphorus is like one auto hit faster or whatever. Probably yours because you positioned further up. So let's bond that ranger. Happens to the best.
How do we think? What are we thinking about our Lulu replacement?
Um, Early rounds, you want him to be focused, and he's not gonna get focused in round 2 and round 3 here if he's stuck at the ranger. So I put him in the middle. But then later on, you don't want him to get focused. You want him to stay alive as long as possible.
Okay, so you went 4-5 bulwark. What was
Usually,
that
if
thought
you
process?
faced up face to face, 5 bulwark is better. We'll see if it actually works out. Phoenix is going to do a lot of AoE damage once he starts his cast.
Yeah.
But as you can see, we're already on the phosphorus. We're also able to hit your Furiox. Yeah. So if you had to had 5 bulwark wins, if you positioned uh, apart from each other, there you can play both of them. Like, but usually I
Okay.
like to go for 5 bulwarks because then you also don't give away your Furiox positioning already. And now I can position my Furiox better than you could.
Oh, I think I win this.
Close one.
Yeah, that was close. Okay, and why again did you put the Lilura in the middle?
Um, I wouldn't want him to be stuck on the Ranger in this round. So just to win this round, I put him there so he would go. He went to your Ranger anyway, I think. But I thought if your Ranger stays in the corner. Wait, let me get that. Don't you distract me. Crit and physical reduction. That could be pretty nice. Saccharine Escape is pretty useless. Restoration Suppressor could be nice too. We heal quite a lot later on.
Welcome back, Nefer.
But yeah, Inevitable Ruin. Putting this on one of my bulwarks in the front, just gonna give me a lot of damage boost early on.
Yeah, makes sense. Not sure why I didn't do that.
Hey, Legendary Augment's sometimes the toughest choices. So basically, I wanted my Lulura to stay safe, so I put him on the outside. It's gonna bite me in the ass later on, I think.
So, a lot of people use Nano Sequencer. Is there any argument to be made for the 80 physical and energy resist augment that you can use right off the bat? Nano, like, obviously scales well later into the round, which works with Phosphorus, but just what are your thoughts on that?
Right now, we have no scaling, though, right? Our fight will be decided in the first 10 seconds, so there's not much that the Nano Sequencer will do, and I would put any other of the important augments on first. So I will go for true damage, and Indomitable to just give me some time. Like in the face-to-face, Indomitable is really important in round. Never mind. Good play. Good play. I didn't think you would. I didn't think you would do that. Let's see if it was worth it, and if yeah, usually it's worth it. I got 1 augment more, right? So now I have a little bit more tempo, and also your Lulura charms my Furiox.
Like that?
Yeah, my Furiox was positioned too far in the back, so he got charmed. And you got this. I'm getting schooled here.
Hey, what can I say? That's
well
the face
played.
of
I'm still in
Illuvium
it
for you.
All right, we can clean up really nicely. I can also concentrate a little bit more, so we do it for the content, right?
Exactly. But generally,
it's not like I didn't want my Furiox to get charmed here.
Is not the best because, especially if you're like straight into them. That's why I moved it over because I put some Nano Sequencer on it, and
That's perfect. Well played.
It took me too long to, or I couldn't undo it, so I just moved him to the other side so it could actually stack. But anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and do one of these.
You're not a cheater, right?
The what?
You're not a cheater, I suppose.
No, I don't even care about winning this game, to be honest.
Sure you don't?
Yeah, you're cooking
I do
something.
a lot. Well, I just realized, like, I have no stream delay or nothing. You just needed to tab out and see what I'm doing. But yeah, I'm trying to counter your counter. And actually now I hope I get a nice line into your Furiox. As you can see, my phosphorus is positioned to shoot all of your units here, and my Furiox just
Okay,
stay red
nice.
safe. I also have invulnerable and indomitable on my guy, so it takes you forever to get through. And yeah, now we're on to your guys. AoE damage on Furiox.
Now, is that
And
something
then,
to
yeah,
think
it just,
about as well? Like where you put your Furiax so it's not getting bursted down from AoE from the
yeah, it's
other
really hard to
Furiax?
find that sweet spot where you're not in danger of the enemy Lulura, but also not getting AoE'd. And that's why I think Indomitable is so good in a head-to-head, because you keep the enemy Phosphorus in place, and then it's going to be in range with the Furiox. Yeah, now it goes back and forth. Who's going to reposition next? And now is usually a good time to bring on your weapon and your armor on the Ranger. I'm going to show you one more positioning. Kind of screwing up. And I realized that lifesteal isn't even that important. It's nice to have, but like if you can get a better positioning, it's usually better than having a little bit of lifesteal. It's all about killing the Furiox again. And that's also a reason why I put Lulura in the middle. You usually can't afford to reposition your Lulura all the time with your Furiox and Bird. So Lulura in the middle is just going to give you value throughout the game. See what I did there? Phosphorus in the back, blocked by the Furiox. So now Phosphorus is going to wrap around and usually get in a real nice positioning, but didn't really happen there. I think you got me.
Maybe.
Yeah, because my Phosphorus has to walk up a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Ah, now you got me. GG's.
GG.
Hey, that was a fun mirror actually for once, because we were face to face, like trying from the beginning to outplay each other.
Yeah, we were
I
cooking the
like
whole
that.
time, so it was fun. What's up, Fox Phoenix? All right, an easy 2-1 for Timbery. I'm just playing.
GG's, bro.
But no, great coaching session. That was really fun. I learned a lot. Appreciate it.
That was really fun. Good idea. Anytime, man.
Yeah, nice.
Appreciate it.
Do you want to
Yeah,
close
just
it
give me
out?
the $100 whenever you can. Like, I
Yeah.
accept ETH and LV, and I'm
Yeah,
joking.
send me
This
your
was-
wallet address. We'll get to that later. The student
No,
has
no,
become
no.
the master score.
No,
Yeah,
I
shut up.
couldn't accept it. This is for the content and for the fun.
Yep. It was a good time. Appreciate you.
Yes, yes. Appreciate you too. Thanks for coming on. And see you on the ladder. I want to see you up there.
Yep. Yep. Rank
Top
1 coming
100.
soon.
Or rank 1.
Rank
Sure.
1.
Keep the goals realistic.
Exactly. All right. Is there anything else you have, sir?
No, sir.
All right. Well, I think we can
Have a
call
good
it
one.
then. Bye, guys.
Yes. Bye. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I'm going to end my stream always like this now. The Chimbarina wave.